Okay, so to work with your slideshow, right, you'll download from Icon a folder, a zipped folder, and you'll have to unzip it. And then the first thing I would do is just, put your last name as the folder. You can name it that. It doesn't really matter what the folder's named, right? Um, as long as it's not just final essay, because then people would overwrite other people's final essays as you tried to upload it, right? Because they have to be unique. So you'll get this. You can ignore the CSS and the JS. The images, right? You put your images in here in any order. So I'm going to put in pangolins on the plains. My desktop's a super mess, right? I'll put this in, and those are terrible names, so I'll just name them something like P5, and I'll call this one, I don't know, Pang, right? Names are irrelevant. They have nothing to do with the ordering, right? Then we have to edit this index.html. So I'm going to go ahead and open it in brackets, one of the text editors, just for HTML. And you'll see this come up, right? Ignore up here, ignore down here. Really, it's everything in the middle here that is there, right? And so I've edited this thing a bunch of times. It'll look basically like this when you open it up, right? And there's two versions. There's if you only have a single paragraph caption version, and there's if you want to make multiple paragraphs version, right? So you can think of this as a cascade, right? Whatever in the code you comes first. If I wanted image number 2 to be above this to come first in the code, I could just do this, and now this image called image number 2, which is of this, would come first in the slideshow, right? Naming has nothing to do with it. It has to do with the order of your code. So what do we have to do here? You largely don't have to do anything more than edit the path to your image, right? So this says that it's in the images folder, right? It's looking for an images folder relative to the folder that this file index.html is in. And this is your file name, right? So I happen to have this one.jpg, right? So I can just go ahead and change its caption. And I want to add a second image, and let's say I don't want to put in multi-paragraph things. I'm just going to get rid of this for a second. We'll just comment it out. That's how you comment out. You can just erase it, right? So I'll just copy and paste this whole thing and say, I'll put this in. Oh, I don't like when it doesn't format it right. And all I have to do right here is change the name, right? So I know I have something called 2 in images, and then I would change my caption. This still is a pangolin, right? And now let's say I want to do one with multiple paragraphs. So I'll grab this, and let's see, I put those other images in. Good thing that this has code complete. So here, pang.jpg is one of the images in there. And so I want a paragraph. I'd write my first paragraph right here. This is my first paragraph. I'll write my second one in here. Second. And now I want to write another one. So I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste just this p tag, right? And so in here I can write, this is my wonderful third paragraph, right? And that's it. And we just keep going, right? And so the order. So say you decide you want one in a different order, right? All you have to do is cut and paste it. Ooh, that's bad. Right? Into thing, right? So command, you should know these things in college. Command X is cut, which is basically cut and copies. Command C is just a copy, and Command V is to paste. Now, and I'm very Mac-centric, but we are a Mac-centric program. If you're on Windows, it should be Control X, Control C, Control V. You could probably open this up in Notepad or a similar HTML text editor. You can just Google. I don't know if brackets or Atom work for. I don't think Atom does. Brackets may have a Windows version. But that's it. You save this, and then when you want to view it, right, it's as simple as opening index.html in something like Chrome. So you can check on it and make sure that it is wonderful and it is working, right? And it'll just loop around when you get to the end there. And that is it. That is editing it in a nutshell.